Hi students, welcome to Vijayata IAS Academy Hindu Editorial Analysis. In today's editorial, there is an editorial related to aviation industry. Aviation industry, there is a recent government's decision regarding allowing scheduled commercial international flights operations. This is a good news for international operators of aviation industry. This article broadly analyzing what are the challenges so far aviation industry faced and also what are the challenges in front of it as of now, and also giving a suggestion how the condition can be improved. Let us see which part of our syllabus this comes. Here in GS3 it is related to economy. In under two headings this article can be linked. One is effects of liberalization on the economy. Here this editorial is talking about COVID-19. COVID-19 started in China. Now you can see how it is affecting the economy of entire globe. And also changes in industrial policy and their effects on industrial growth. Here in this case, aviation industry and how this liberalization, this effect is having impact on growth. And also another one related to infrastructure. Here airports and aviation related infrastructure. Here in this case improvement of infrastructure are now in COVID-19 condition. You have to improve the facilities where COVID-19 contact becomes minimal and it can be eliminated in the airports. This will increase the trust in public. Then only aviation industry can attract more people and it can improve the condition. That is why these two headings we can link for this particular article. Here the decision of government is expected to improve the health of aviation industry. Here the editorial is highlighting the impact of this decision on travel industry, tourism industry and hospitality sector, because these were the hardest hit during pandemic time period, because all the countries restricted their entry and also due to lockdown the movement of people was minimal during pandemic time period. As the aviation sector need people movement from one place to the another place, it affected traveling sector and tourism was the hardest hit, and hospitality like hotels are hardest hit during pandemic time period. According to some estimates, International Air Transport Association, it is a trade association. Here it was created in Cuba. It is having headquarters at Montreal, that is in Canada. This is the basic information about this particular trade association. This association estimates the impact of COVID-19 due on aviation industry. Global aviation industry suffered about $201 billion in losses between 2020 and 2022. Here due to COVID-19, and as a result of COVID-19, almost all countries curbed overseas travel and also domestic mobility. Because of these restrictions, entire aviation industry was grounded. Because of this, the losses it estimated $201 billion. This shows the impact of a particular incident in somewhere in the globe, how it affects the entire global economy. That is why how liberalization impacts global economy. And also the impact it highlighted about how it impacted. One is industry earnings. Naturally, when there is no business, it affects the earning of industry and also jobs growth. One is it has not created new jobs. Moreover, it has reduced the number of jobs. Whatever employees that are already there in the industry, they are also got affected due to COVID-19. And here in case of India, foreign exchange earnings from tourist arrivals from abroad plummeted 76% from the previous year. This shows the impact of earnings. One is earnings and also jobs growth. Official data in case of India showing in just 9 months in 2020, 2 crore jobs were lost in tourism. This is the gravity of the situation in aviation industry. These statistics you can use in mains examination. You can see one is growth. As a result, if there is no growth, no employment, and also this sector brings a lot of tourists. This is about international aviation sector. It brings a lot of tourists. India earns forex reserves. Strong forex reserve base is very essential for strong fundamentals of Indian economy. If we have more forex reserves, at moment Russia-Ukraine war is going on. In future, if something happens, whenever forex reserves are required, we can use this reserve base. Now, due to curbs and COVID-19 impact, forex reserves dwindled. And also, employees, this one, no employment and also loss of jobs. One impact is it will not create new employment. Another impact is it will have impact on existing employees as well. These are the two important statistics in this regard. Now, under these circumstances, decision to open up international travel is a good development. This is the opinion of this editorial. Here you can write, so far based on whatever we have discussed, you can answer question like this. What is the impact of COVID-19 on tourism sector? Or what is the impact of COVID-19 on India's growth? And also impact of COVID-19 on employment. So these are the various questions you can frame based on this particular content. Now, new challenges. Editorial is also not only talked about previous challenges. Now, due to these previous challenges, whatever government has taken decision, this is a good move. However, it is not a rosy picture for industry. New challenges are in front of aviation industry now. Once again, to come to proper healthy situation, it has to go through these particular challenges. It has to face these challenges as well. Now it has to overcome these challenges. One is intensification of sanctions on Russia. Just now COVID-19 situation is improved. All countries now understood how to handle COVID-19 also, and different countries are opening up their economies also. Once every country open up their economy, international aviation industry enter into healthy situation. But now due to war between Russia and Ukraine, due to aggressive attitude of Russia, sanctions are imposed on Russia. Due to this, mainly Russia exports oil and natural gas. Because of these sanctions, entire global energy supply chain got disrupted. Now it has many implications. It is going to affect the economy of entire world, and moreover it is related to energy, because aviation industry requires energy. Now this aviation industry is going to get the hit directly. Oil prices are soaring to historical peaks. Almost it is crossed $130 a barrel. Now you can see almost it is reaching close to 2018. In 2008, during the crisis of 2008, it reached more than around $140 to $150. Now as of now, $130 a barrel is already reached. This shows the existing challenge for the aviation industry. As a result of soaring oil prices, aviation turbine fuel prices will increase. Already they have jumped by almost 60% year on year. Fuel cost in the expenditure of aviation industry, fuel cost constitute almost about 20% of global airlines operating expenditure. This is just for oil, aviation turbine fuel oil. Now there will be additional expenditure like management, maintenance and food related and other infrastructure expenditure also will be there to run aviation industry. Now you can see the gravity of the situation. Intensification of sanctions on Russia. Now exports from Russia, oil exports and gas exports from Russia reduces. As a result, the price of oil is increasing. Now these rise in oil prices, it will rise aviation turbine fuel prices also, it will affect the operating expenditure of airline. This is on maintaining the expenditure of airline. On the other hand, demand also going to be reduced because every economy will take a hit now. The demand, like people travel also, may be reduced due to ongoing tensions between Russia and Ukraine. As a result, demand will not be there, operating expenditure will increase. This becomes a very difficult condition for aviation sector. High commodity prices already increasing due to oil prices, inflation will increase food and entertainment related aspects. Now these are the two important things which are essential for aviation industry. Now the cost of these also will increase. These costs will go to the consumer will try to avoid traveling. They cannot go for traveling for tourism outside the country, or other countries will not come to India for tourism purpose because of the expenditure that it takes now. Airlines will find it a challenge to fill seats profitably. Economic uncertainty triggered by the conflict in Eastern Europe, and also new variant challenge also is there regarding COVID-19. Already some dangers are there. Conflict, we do not know how it is going to turn, and also there is fear of new variants of COVID-19. Even though countries are successfully handling the COVID-19 so far, but we do not know how new variants will emerge and what danger economies will have to face. And also strict regulations of countries. Some countries are not yet opening up their economy, some countries are opening up. But due to combined all these forces, still aviation sector has to pass through so many challenges. Corporates are conduct business online effectively. On the other hand, there is limited, or corporates also now understood the condition due to COVID-19. Now instead of business travel from one place to the other place, corporates are also now learned other ways of doing business without travel. This reduces the demand for aviation sector. Business related travel back to pre-pandemic levels will be a tough task. So these are the different challenges before in front of aviation sector, and it is giving one suggestion also. Here aviation turbine fuel estimates show that indirect taxes take away 21% of airline revenues due to tax on aviation turbine fuel. It is giving suggestion like to the government by lowering these prices, by lowering the prices by cutting duties is an option for the government, and it must weigh. So if government takes decision by reducing the duties on aviation turbine fuel, it will reduce the burden on airline industry, and as a result, whatever challenges it is facing, there is a chance to come out of this crisis. Everything must be done to woo back more tourists. If more tourists comes, then only the sector will get revenues. Tourism sector and direct tourism related activities will increase. It will increase the employment, and it will increase forex reserves as well. So these are the various associated development or associated dimensions that are involved in aviation sector. These are the issues that are discussed in this editorial. Thank you.